watched this show over the course of a couple of days and have gained years worth of knowledge that was dormant in my subconscious. Now, I can go on like any Evangelion video on YouTube. Oh, it's a silly mech show, and then it's about silly mechs, right? And they fight each other for the silliness of it, and then it's all depressed. And it gives you completely different plot points than what draws you into the anime. Sure, it has mechs fighting in it, but that is not really what the show is about. It's a really clever bait and switch that is used in the show that lures you in with mech fighting and then teaches you about some trauma that you had as a child. And while watching the show, what I saw a lot was the questions, why am I here? Why do I do these things? And what's the point? In the case of Shinji and Asuka, the answer actually ends up being because of others. And not in some selfless sort of way, but more of a selfish. They did things for the approval of others so they could feel good. And I really related to this theme as a kid growing up doing YouTube. I did YouTube from 15 to 20 years old. When I started YouTube, I did it because I wanted to do it. But slowly and surely, through always reading comments, you're always seeing feedback. All of this ends up to you doing things for other people because you wanted to see that feedback again. And what was originally me doing something because I had so much fun doing it. And hey, if I had fun doing something and ended up being somebody else enjoys that content and it makes them feel better, then hey, all the better. But what ended up happening was I ended up enjoying this approval that I got from my content and ended up seeking it because it was like it was a drug. It felt so good to receive all of it. And it's really toxic. And it took many years of maturing and realizing that I had this issue and that I no longer did it because I enjoyed it, but I enjoyed the feedback of when I did something good. But one day I was blessed with this amazing comparison just given to me out of nowhere. I thought about how I make oil pastel paintings, and I thought of the reason why I do them, and it's because I enjoy them. I don't do them for any specific reason. So why do I hang them up on my wall? Well, it's like just cool to put it there, and it's a nice ability to showcase something if there was ever a point where I could showcase them. But also I just love seeing them. And I realized you don't ever make paintings for other people. You make them for yourself. And I realized that's what I was doing with YouTube. I was no longer doing it for myself. When YouTube is just a hypothetical wall where I put up my paintings for people to maybe see one day and appreciate them, but most of all, it's for me to enjoy, because what's the point of making a video and leaving it in a folder on your computer? It's the same thing if you took a painting and just left it in a closet, never to be seen. And guess what? All the value and meaning of doing these tasks instantly lose it when we do it for other people's validation. We need to do things for ourselves, and we need to make our own value. Thanks for watching. Congratulations. And then ends up teaching you about some trauma that you had when you had a child.